reasons regarding privacy, I would not be providing my name or any of my contacts. There's no need to compromise any of my personal information, as it has nothing to do with what happened. I'm a freshman who recently started taking web design with skills I obtained beforehand. I was able to make myself kind of popular on the Roblox website by designing t-shirts for avatars, and they were so good a few YouTubers even worn them for a few videos. It wasn't anything too significant as my main hobby was exploiting. I would go from games to games, trolling gullible 9-year-olds with my friends who would also bypass the game's admin's filters. And no, I'm not going to apologize for this, as it was purely for satire, nothing to get me ahead of any games. A few particular games my friends and I liked to mess around on was Prison Life and Mad Paintball 2, as those were fairly easy to cheat on. Saturday was always the good time to hop on and wreak havoc on salty players. We fly through walls and use automatic aimbots to destroy anyone near us. The particular client we were using would hide our usernames on every player's menu screen, so they couldn't report us. Yes, that was a possible thing to accomplish, but it isn't perfect, as I had my fair shares of bans, and I believe everything bad started on my 6th account. It all began like any other Saturday. Mom goes to the grocery store, I'm free to make myself toast and watch TV and play video games, the usual. My friends weren't online when I logged in, but I was too impatient. You see, the client I was using would be updated every once a week, introducing a new fun-filled exploit. This new particular one would cause my avatar to explode if I died, killing anyone around me. Sadly, it would only work in Prison Life, but that was no matter because it's basically where the most craziest players roam, just waiting to find an excuse to rage quit. I opened my new client and purchased the new hack, followed by hopping into Prison Life. That's when the fun began. I would stray foolishly into the police spawn area and get shot, followed by an explosion which killed everyone else. I was met with insults and laughing emojis in the chat. I loved the people who wouldn't take me seriously. All was well until a fellow prisoner waltzed up to me. They possessed that classical elongated smile with upright oval eyes. Their skin tone was an ugly shade of brown, and they had long blonde hair that went straight through their deflated head. I turned around in acknowledgement as the stranger typed to me,
"Hey, can you please stop? You're making me really sad."
I wasn't sure whether to take Lillysunbear123 seriously with all those stupid emojis, so I replied with proper grammar and punctuation and sarcasm, "Sweetie, when you're as depressed as I am, you really ought to dispose those emojis if you actually wanted me to care," followed by swiftly resetting my character and causing an explosion. I honestly thought this gag would be perfectly timed, if it wasn't for the fact that this Lillysunbear123 character was still in one piece and standing. Right before I respawned, I could see another word bubble materialize above her malformed head, saying,
"I'll make you regret departing from your mother's womb."
That's when my dismembered avatar was teleported back into the prisoner spawner. I was certainly taken aback by this abrupt response, and went back to confront the mysterious player, but she was nowhere to be found. She clearly left the game. Satisfied with the response to my prank, I continued my weekly trolling, and nothing unusual happened within the span of another week. That was until yet another Saturday morning, I discovered Lillysunbear123 had sent me a friend request. Out of curiosity, I accepted it, and almost immediately I received a private message from her, which read in pure cringe-worthiness,
"Hi, sorry for being mean. I get really mad easily, but I want to be friends."
I honestly would have taken screenshots to show how utterly ridiculous the message was, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. Anyways, I replied as I usually would to someone with grammar from the depths of hell. "This is a joke, right?"
"What are you talking about?"
She responded with too many question marks. I honestly couldn't help but feel bad for her. At first, I thought she might have been 5. "Listen, I'm not really here to make friends right now. I'm very busy, you know. There are plenty of other players you can hang out around with though." Her response was unexpected to say the least.
"You hate me, don't deny it."
I paused in alarm before I could reply. Lillysunbear123 sent another message, this one more chilling than the last.
"I understand, You want me to die alone, and guess what? I'm already dead.
I tried messaging her after, but I then discovered she had unfriended me, so I hastily searched up her username and clicked on her profile page. She was offline, but before she logged off, Lillysunbear123 left a message that made my heart stop.
If you don't leave this game within a week, I'll make sure you succumb to mine.
The words were in a big jacked font, which made the message too long to fully appear on the screen, and I didn't even dare to find out what the rest read. But when I thought about it, there was nothing to be scared of. The player was just trying to scare me, that's it. I could have done the exact same thing if I was quirky in that way. All was well, but little did I know, Lillysunbear123 wasn't finished with me yet. Looking back, I probably should have taken her threat more seriously, but I let a week pass by, still playing Roblox anyways. I'm sure you probably have had the feeling where you tell yourself you're not afraid, but deep down you know there's something wrong. Still, everyone doesn't want to show their fear is in control of them, and most of the time it works, unless reality has its way of telling you the truth. When the beginning of the new week arose, I had completely forgotten about Lillysunbear123. That was until I discovered she sent me yet another friend request shortly after I'd gone on. Upon accepting it, I was met with a third message from the mysterious player.
Why are you still here?
Because I can, I typed in annoyance.
Underestimating me will only bring you more pain.
Lillysunbear123 replied with a hint of hatred. My ego was starting to show signs of breaking in fear, but I wasn't going to show her that. What are you gonna do, sissy? Hack my computer?
I forgave you. I also gave you another chance, but you still treated me like you're the big bully, and I'm the hopeless individual. But little do you know, I've already done it.
Done what? I asked. All of a sudden, a pop-up appeared on my screen. I was met with the loading screen for a game match I swear I didn't click on. But before I could process what was happening, I was teleported into a dark hallway. I could barely see past a few feet. I tried clicking off the game in annoyance, but the exit button wouldn't even respond. That's when I made the guess that this was all of her doing. Taking shallow steps in the game, I gulped down the last of my fear and proceeded to continue moving forward, determined to figure out what was going on. The more I walked, the more lights would appear above, fluorescent ones that were embedded within the tan ceiling. As I moved on, I couldn't erase the feeling that I was being watched. I knew she was there, but there was nothing I could do about it, nothing I wanted to do. It was as if that aforementioned feeling had taken flight. I knew something was horribly wrong, but I didn't want to show it I was afraid. I could hear the eerie echo of my avatar's footsteps, my index finger arch as I pressed the W button on my keyboard harder and harder. It felt as if the hallway would never end. All of a sudden, a player teleported in front of me. Lillysunbear123. Her arm craned upward to present a long, twisted sword that resembled an ancient kirpish. I honestly didn't know what to do at this point, but let her strike me down with a single swipe across my torso, rather, my avatar's. I watched as she stood over my dismembered character. She then said,
I know what you're thinking. You think you're safe.
Now, I'm not sure what to think of this. As I typed this, I still possessed doubt. But when I lift up my shirt to reveal a small gash on my chest, it all seemed to add up. I looked up at the screen in horror and saw that I was kicked from the game. And the reason that was displayed was, I'm not finished with you yet. And I then saw my name, my birth name. I really hope the wound I received was just some coincidence. It hurts my head like hell to try to rationalize everything. I reported the account, but I'm not sure what that'll do. Even if Lillysunbear123 does get banned, that doesn't mean she can harm me.